Yo everyone, welcome in. It's Sebring, that race course that they built on top of a military Air Force base.
Green flag, green flag.
And as you can see, I'm positioned last because I just don't know this course. So thanks for coming and joining me and watching me as I try to survive Sebring to the best of my abilities, which, that can come and go. Oh god, already, see? Already locking my freaking brakes up. So I'm back from my trip, and it was very enjoyable. The Master of Tides cruise with Lindsay Sterling. It was 4 days of seafaring adventure. Is actually like 4 days of like concerts, the entire boat, and I was so surprised that there were so many musical bands. That's all I did, just go around the boat and just enjoy different types of music from all over the place, and just bands that I would have never went and watched myself, but I was just like, well, I'm gonna sit here and these guys and see what these guys are about. And at first it's like the first few songs I'm kind of like, yeah, this band's freaking weird, but then after a while it's like, oh, I understand them. And then after like 4 songs it's just like, I've even heard this song before, man, I just didn't know it was this band. That's so cool. So anyways, definitely Lindsay Sterling. She was there the entire time too, which was really cool. I was expecting her to like fly in on a helicopter, do her one song, and then fly off to go do whatever. But nope, she was there the entire time. You know, even like shows that I watched, she was there. You know, like her little section of her little like closed off Lindsay Sterling section, but she was there too, and she did like multiple other different type of like meetup group events and stuff. But I got to watch her play live twice, and had a wonderful time. I was so amazed how many different Sterling fans came from all over the world, from different ages and backgrounds, and I was expecting, I mean, like my brother, he said this well. He was just like, I was expecting like a bunch of people who like went to band camp or was like within like the high school band to like show up for like Lindsay Sterling's Sea of Tides freaking cruise, and it's just like, no, it was everybody from everywhere, all different ages, all different groups, all different musical interests. There were, like a few people who were just like, I want to be a violinist and I want Lindsay Sterling to sign my freaking violin. Like there was, I saw it like 1 or 2, but most people were just fans from everywhere. Darn, I'm yapping here instead of freaking racing, because I just don't know this course. But yeah, so I also did something else scary that a lot of people, I'm not sure if a lot of people would actually do, but I went on that cruise all by myself, and it was great. Man, I had the freedom. First of all, my schedule that I made for myself was packed. There wasn't like there wasn't time to like just like go off and go on weird adventures. Well, a few times, but still, like it was just one thing after another. Really enjoyable though.
Incident ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead.
One of my favorite groups that I saw was called Baby Wants Candy. It's a impromptu singing group who like specializes in like theater, and it's like a 5-person group, and they get all their shows are all done like just off the tops of their heads. The audience gives them like a topic, and then they create this whole theater play out of it with all music, and it's really well done. Like, for example, one of the shows was somebody suggested, like, this show can be about Jurassic World 3. It's gonna work this time, I promise. And so they created this whole entire theater play based on Jurassic World, where like they use, you know, like the basic characters, where it's like the main character is just like this woman who worked her way up to finally get to that level where she can go on the island and work one-on-one with dinosaurs. But when she finally made it there, they had her be the secretary. And so, but then we find out that it's like deep down, she really wanted to be killed by a dinosaur. That's why she's been on this entire life goal trip to begin with. And so, but there's a problem with this, because the main character, or sorry, the other main character, who is this like misogynist alpha male scientist who wants to be the only alpha male on the island, genetically changes the dinosaur's DNA so that they're all beta dinosaurs, and so that they're all like passive and kind or understanding, or just like, you know, like have like weaknesses. They get like really emotional, and it was just so funny to watch like the cast just like act as these kind of like sensitive dinosaurs, which all, you know, like it eventually fails, but it's like, for example, even the main character, or sorry, the doctor, who's the alpha male, wants to be the alpha male on the island. He also shows this moment of like weakness where things are falling apart, and he starts crying and showing, you know, like that it's just like he's emotionally sensitive himself. And his daughter is on his scientist team, and she just stops and goes like, okay, well, now's that time where the daughter has to parent the father, and it's okay, because that's commonplace in our society. It's like they just had all really funny moments like that the entire time. But eventually, the dinosaurs' instincts take over, where they want to be killer carnivores instead of like vegetable eating nice dinosaurs. So everybody in the end, all the characters, they all get like eaten, and that's it. You know, like obviously Jurassic World 3 did not work in the end, just like all the other ones did not work. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm talking instead of racing. Seriously, that's what I'm seriously doing. I'm just like following along. I'm not even like trying to be all like aggressive or anything. My DNA's been changed too to the beta male, so that I can pronounce it outside. Yes, I can. Anyways, what other kind of enjoyable stuff? I mean, like I met so many interesting people because I was alone by myself, where just people would just like talk to me. And I don't think that I would get that same type of response, or I don't know, social engagement if I was with somebody else, because when you're with somebody else, you know, like you're doing your own thing, you're having your own like conversations, you're into your own thing, and if I was with somebody there, I would have missed out on meeting so many great like people. It's like, for example, there was this one woman who sat next to me during this Akira? Nope. Kairai. It's this two-band group. They play the cello and the violin, and they do this very like energetic music with these instruments that are like, you know, like classical instruments, and it's really amazing. And she was like, you know, like this like 55-year-old like woman. She was the biggest fanatic of this group. She was just like, I've been watching them since Instagram, and oh my God, they're my favorite, and we're so lucky right now, you have no idea. They play for huge bands, or sorry, huge crowds in Europe, and my God, we are like 60 people in this like tiny little like venue at a bar with a stage, and it's like they're personally playing for us. Oh my God. I mean, by the end of it, she was front stage dancing with like the hand like heart symbol up, man. She was great. And the music was amazing. They have this type of like really vibrating music, kind of like that like shakes the atmosphere, you know, with just the violin and a cello. So if you ever come across that band group, check them out. Anyways, yeah, so and it's like me being alone on a trip gave me a lot of time to like observe, and unfortunately, like I had to like observe a lot of other people in their relationships, and a lot of people struggle. To have fun because they're with their significant other, and they were always at odds with like one another, with like making decisions. They were very indecisive, and it's like as one is trying to be like super understanding, he doesn't want to step on the other one's toes because for some reason they feel like it's like they'll get in trouble if they overstep their bounds, so they're trying to like suggest what their partner would want to be so that they're as comfortable as possible. But this type of like super indecisive being like, I'm trying to be nice and inclusive for you, just pisses off the other like partner, and they're just like, oh, just do whatever you want, I'll just follow whatever, you know. Or there was this other group, oh man, lady and woman with her child, and they showed up for this very the workshop for that baby wants candy, and they showed us like how their process works. And the woman was really excited for it. She brought her child up, and she turns around and kind of like waves to like her partner, and she's just like, well, come on up front. And this guy was just like not having it. He was just so like, oh my God, can't believe I'm here, can't believe I have to do this. And he's dragging his feet, and she does like the biggest rolling of her eyes, like it was like her entire body being like, oh my God, you're being like this again. That's definitely what she was saying, like with her body language. And it's like I saw that way too many times, you know. Like there was other couples, definitely for sure, who were like a perfect match, and they were just like, want to go do this? Yeah, sure. Ever done it? Nope, but let's go find out, you know. But unfortunately, you know, like it stinks, you know, how there's just a lot of couples who were just like together for they've been together for this long, so might as well just stick it out, even if it's not fun, you know. And it's like, it's not how it should be. And that's what I did to my ex-wife too, where it's just like it was a conventional relationship. I was a big fat liar. I wasn't being truthful, and I wasn't being all like, look, I'm not happy, let's end this relationship, you know. But I understand that it's really difficult to do. Anyways, oh shit, see this corner here? Freaking, I don't even get it. It is like just this giant open, like go wherever you want, 6-lane highway, California highway, pick a lane and survive. That last turn. And this part too, what is this? Look at this. Oh shit. I mean, talking about relationships and matches, man, I bumped into this this woman in the elevator. She was a crew member for one of the entertainment bands. And it was that moment where the elevator door was closing, and there was these last minute people trying to like join us in elevator cart, you know. And we were kind of like, should we stop the door? Should we not stop the door? Should we? And then all of a sudden, like, everybody is like trying to stick their fingers in, but nobody is successful. And then a door closes, and me and this woman are just stuck by ourselves, leaving behind this like, you know, like rowdy group of people. And we were just sitting there like laughing, like, well, you know, we gave him a chance, you know. And it was fun to be around a woman who was a match of my humor, where I wasn't trying to be funny around her. I was just myself, and she was being herself too. So we had a good time joking about closing the elevator door in people's faces. And by the end of the conversation, she looks at me, and then it goes like, you know what? You're all right. And I said, you know what? You're all right. And then she walks out and leaves. And then I say after her, like, I'm going to close the elevator door in your face next time. And then she spins around and she says, like, no, you don't. You know? And it's just like one of those things where it's like, man, we match so well, because I would say that stupid shit too back, you know. I did meet her again in the elevator, actually a few days later, which was really cool, because I entered the elevator, pressed the floor button, spun around, and I'm just like, oh, hey, it's you. How's it going? But she was not happy that day. She was just like, she was dead serious. Like, I am so screwed. I have no time to do anything, and I'm slammed. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then like her door opens, and then she goes like, I can't talk. I gotta go. I can't. And I'm just like, go get him. No, it's totally fine. And after that moment passed, it stinks, because it's just like the elevator doors close, silence re-enters the elevator cart thing, and then it descends downwards, and my chance with love is over. Yeah, I never saw her again after that. Man, she had beautiful eyes. I mean, she was a beautiful woman. Oh my God, you know. But that's just, it was weird. Like, that wasn't what I saw first. It was like the match in personality and wittiness and humor and understanding, you know. Maybe one day we'll meet again on the other side. Okay, that's a Linda Sterling song. Man, what place am I in? Like a 10th place, cruising and yapping. That's all I'm doing. That's a freaking... What other stories do I got, man? Bahamas. So we went to the Nassau, Bahama city, where all the cruise boats park. And I did a walking tour, which was really enjoyable, because I live in a touristy town, and a lot of their areas look just like where I live. And I'm just like, oh God, please don't put me around those downtown shopping areas. It's all just gimmicky gift stuff, and I just can't stand it. So I went on this walking tour, and it was a lot of fun, because I got to go into, you know, like the city and the little rural spots, and go and learn about, you know, like government buildings, or where pirate treasure you thought to be buried, or for example, we walked up to this plaque where it was of like Christopher Columbus and some like memorial to him or something. And so my tour guide goes like, I was like, so this is Christopher Columbus. Does anybody know what Christopher's been known for? And I go, he was known for being a drunk and a slaver. And he burst out laughing, and he goes like, hey man, yeah, you're not wrong. but hold that thought. All right, I got something to show you later. And so later on, he made it to this limestone mine or quarry, where it was literally this trench was cut into like this little mini limestone mountain, and there's these stairs there, and it's like 52 stairs. And so he was just like, this entire spot was mined by slaves. And I'm just like, oh my god, it got serious. And then he said, like, how long do you think it took? And you know, like, people are just like 10 years, so many years. And he just says like 30 years. And I'm like, oh shit, this really isn't that big of a trench to be taking people who cut this by hand. It took a much longer for such a small area than I was expecting. It's all because I have a storyline that I am writing, and I cut I got fucking 10th place, right, where I cut a wall into a mountain ridgeline, and I was going to make it taking 90 years to build, but it needs to be much longer than that. So anyways, that's it. So we're done. I don't even know what the hell. I didn't even race. I talked because I missed you guys so much. Okay. Spin out. Oh. All right, guys. I'm going. See you next race.